Hey, Thabreakmaster here, and this is my Legend of Korra Book 3 entitled Change, Episode 1, 2, and 3 review. Yeah, they give us 3 episodes today. I did not expect this. I'm not complaining though, but I'm just hoping they don't speed through this season like they did last season. Last season, they just were going ham on the episodes and just releasing it before it even airs on TV, and I'm just like, they need to calm down. So I'm just hoping that they don't just speed through this season here. But I'm not complaining again, because, you know, it's 3 episodes, and I do enjoyed the series for the most part. But without further ado, let me jump right into this review. I'm gonna give you guys like a brief summarization of all the episodes, and as I give you the summarization, I'm gonna give you my thoughts and opinions and so on and so forth. So let's jump right into this. So the first thing we see here is actually Korra having an air glider, which is interesting to see because she never had one before. And so this kind of like sets up the theme, or at least one of the themes with this season here, which is Airbenders. We have a ton of Airbenders popping out of nowhere here. Oh, there's actually a reason for it, of course, but they're popping out of nowhere, and this kind of like sets up the theme with it because she has an air glider all of a sudden. So yeah, you see what they did there. And so the reason why we keep seeing all these Airbenders coming out of nowhere, like for instance, Boomy is now an Airbender. But the reason for this is because the Harmonic Convergence. There are some effects that happen with this, and I'll give you some of the good and then some of the bad, because actually there's a lot of the bad here. So some of the good things when it comes to the Harmonic Convergence here, or the effects of the Harmonic Convergence, is that Airbenders are popping out of thin air. And because they're popping out of thin air, this is a good chance for Tenzin and for all these Airbenders to come together and restore the Air Nation. So that's a really good thing we see here. And Tenzin getting all emotional about this because he just wishes Aang could see something like this right now. He wishes Aang could see that we can rebuild the Air Nation here, you know? And this is one of the things we see here, and that's one of the good things that comes out of this Harmonic Conversion. And so here are some of the bad things when it comes to this change here. Because people are getting airbending out of nowhere and they're just unlocking it, that means even evil gets this ability. So this is a guy named Zahir, and Zahir breaks out of prison with power, with airbending. And then he sets on a mission to release all of his crew members out of prison that are in different regions. Also, people don't like the changes going on here because the spirits are just running amok in Republic City, pretty much taking over the city, just having all these vines all over the place, them just living anywhere. And the thing here is, Korra's approval rating also is plummeted. Like, she's only approved only 8%, so a lot of people don't really like Korra right now. And it's gotten so bad that the Republic City president even kicked Korra out of Republic City. But I guess another good thing that comes out of this is that she finally understands what she needs to go do, and she's going to go restore the Air Nation by traveling to other places to go and collect them all. And so that was episode 1, A Breath of Fresh Air. There's a few other things that was going on here, and I'm about to go ahead and explain it, like Mako, for instance. Mako is extremely uncomfortable around Korra and Asami, especially Korra though. He just cannot, like seriously cannot talk to her at all. He's like, oh, how you doing, Avatar, Korra, you know, I'm like, dude, man, calm down. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I know they had issues, but dang, like, because you know what happened, they broke up and everything, and it's just I can see how he's really uncomfortable with the situation at hand. I can understand it. I can't even blame him, but dang, man, just relax, all right? And speaking of Korra, by the way, Korra's personality, it seems like she might act and mature a little bit here, because she actually has a little bit of a conversation with Tenzin, because she actually questions her decision to keep the spirit portals open, to have all the spirits run amok like this. So she actually questions her decisions on that. And I like that she actually questioned it. And she even says that she needs to be wiser. And I love the fact that she said that, because yes, you do. Yes, you do, Korra. You have to be wiser. You have to be better than this. You have to be able to make the right decisions here. And then I know it's not going to be easy for you because you're the Avatar and you kind of got thrown into it, but you have to do this. So it's just, I like the fact that she said this, because she said this herself. Because acknowledging your faults and then trying to fix on them is only going to make you a better person. And Korra's is of course trying to do this right now. But another thing that you can see how her personality is changing a little bit, like she don't really sweat the fact that Asami actually kissed Mako when Mako and Korra were together, because she ends up actually, you know, spouting and talking about this, because he had a little bit of a girl time, and I like that little conversation that they had as well, Asami and Korra. And honestly, they've been kind of together within the episode that we've seen here, and it's kind of nice to see that actually. I like this little girl time they got going on here. Also, I like to say too, this goes on to another theme when it comes to Korra's personality and her actually maturing. It's changes. It's another theme for this season, and you see Korra actually change a little bit, and we're seeing that progress, so I like that as well. And so one other thing I need to actually mention when it comes to episode 1, Breath of Fresh Air, is it's been at least 2 weeks after the whole battle that happened with Korra facing off against was it Unalaq? So yeah, we had that whole thing, and it's only been about 2 weeks now. So that's where the episode is placed at, and this is where we're starting here from. So Zahir, this is kind of weird when it comes to this guy. Why is he so good at freaking airbending? Like he could only gotten that ability only like at least 2 weeks ago. So why the heck is he so good? Like, this dude is a beast with this ability. Like, he pretty much mastered or something. Like, he owns the White Lotuses like it's nothing. The White Lotuses were born benders. How the heck y'all losing to a dude that just got freaking airbending in less than 2 weeks? I was like, what? I mean, it's safe for plot, you know, for plot progression, of course. That's why he needs to win, of course. But it's like they could have made a better fight out of that. He just owns them. I'm like, dang, man. I don't know, it's just kind of interesting that he's just so good with airbending. And now we move on to Book 3, Change, Episode 2, entitled Rebirth. So Korra and gang go to Ba Sing Se to find more airbenders. Mako, reluctant to go, gets convinced by Bolin to go because they could meet their grandmother there, and that's the place where their father grew up in. Zahir goes and releases all of his gang members besides his girlfriend, which is the last they need to go get. His gang consists of an armless waterbender, and a dude that looks like Vamp from Metal Gear Solid, and he's a firebender. And so we have this armless waterbender girl. This is very interesting, and she's very powerful. Very interesting how she's able to even waterbend, but I guess she's using her mind or something in some cases. Like it's just how interesting how this is working out for her. But she's very powerful. I don't really see too much from the Vamp looking guy. Like he has this little discus kind of thing, kind of fireball thing, and he just throws it and it hits. I mean, I don't see how that's really that powerful, but it's doing something apparently. So hey. And then of course you got Zahir with his freaking beast-like airbending because So Korra and gang try to convince airbenders to come with them to the Northern Air Temple, but of course it doesn't work. They don't want to change their whole entire lives because of this power. But to try to convince people, they end up showcasing the cool things you can do with airbending, and they got one person to join them, and his name is Kai. But he's a thief. Oh, not to mention Jinora has a crush on Kai. The thirst is real even at that age. And so at the end of this episode, Zuko, getting word that the prisoners escaped, decided to go and stop them and to protect Korra, because they're coming after her when they're all assembled. Zuko, that is all. No, I'm kidding. Seriously though, freaking Zuko! I was like, yes! Freaking Zuko's back! Zuko, oh man, freaking love it. I freaking love it. I can't believe he's here. He's in episodes. I'm hype. I freaking love Zuko. One of my favorite characters. Just yeah, man. You don't even understand. Well, maybe you do understand because you're watching this right now and you probably freaking fangasm me all over the place with Zuko freaking appearing as well. So I can't even blame you. All right, maybe you understand. But what's interesting I find when it comes to Zuko is two things. This dude has a dragon, and the dragon is Ren Shaw. I don't know what the name is exactly. They never specified which name went to what dragon. Because you remember there's a blue dragon and the red dragon when Aang and Zuko were to go learn the origins of firebending basically, and they deemed them worthy. Yeah, those two dragons. Yeah, that's the red dragon. That's the red dragon. I don't know if his name's Ren or Shaw, but it's that dragon. All right, goddamn, it's pretty cool. But I do find it interesting that that dragon actually went with Zuko all this time, I guess, because he's riding him and they seem buddy here. But another thing that actually that's very interesting when it comes to Zuko is the fact that his voice is very similar to somebody else, which is Roku. I believe Zuko's voice actor is Roku's voice actor, and I'm like, because I can tell from this, and I like that. I like that. It works. I don't have a problem with that. Oh, speaking of voice actors and everything as well, Kai, that little boy that we see in this episode, his voice kind of sounds like Aang. Is that Aang's voice actor? Because I mean, the thing is, I actually try to look it up, and I can't find any information on the voice cast for season 3 of the Legend of Korra. So, I mean, if you guys have information on the voices and everything like that, and if I'm right, tell me so I know what's going on here, because it's pretty cool that they're actually getting voices from the old series and put them into the new series here, which we're kind of doing here. Because I heard that they actually got Azula's voice actor to play somebody in here as well. So, you know, we're getting all these recurring voices back in here. And speaking of the boy Kai, he made this whole, like, this ridiculous story up, or I can't necessarily say ridiculous, but he's basically saying that some freaking outlaws killed his parents, and ever since then he's just been on the streets, you know, just doing his own thing, trying to, you know, survive. And I don't know how true his story is, because I mean, they said it was like, oh, it's just all a lie, but is it really? I mean, because think about it, where is his parents at? These policemen are about to actually arrest this kid because he is a thief and he steals things from everybody. So he's about to go to jail, and Tenzin and Gang decided to actually keep him because, you know, they're looking for Airbenders. So I'm just curious, how true is this story? Because it might be possible that something did happen to his parents, but maybe it wasn't by outlaws like he was saying. So I'm curious what exactly is going on with his origin, with his background, what's going on with this kid here. And the other thing I actually want to mention as well is these antagonists of the series so far, we got Zahir and the rest of them. We need some more exposition on these guys here, because why are they being evil for the sake of evil? Like, I mean, that's what it just feels like, because they were all in prison. They're high-level prisoners, by the way, because they're all locked up in certain, like, special cages and prisons, I mean. So it's interesting that they're all getting out and, you know, they're about to just wreck up the world, but why? You know, because things are changing, so they're like, oh, yeah, it's time to make a change. I got airbending, so I can do stuff. And it's like, but like I said, I want to know what their reasoning is behind all this, why they're doing this, and so on and so forth. Because I don't want them to just be like some pure evil gang or anything like that. Because, I mean, if you think about it, when it comes to the Legend of Korra's antagonists, they all had some kind of reasons behind for what they're doing. I mean, Amon was honestly in the gray area. He wasn't like just in the black, or you know, he wasn't good or anything like that either. So it's just like, you know, he had his own justifiable means to why he was doing what he was doing. And then when it comes to Unalaq, you know, he wanted to, you know, get everybody together and everything like that too. I mean, he kind of had his own reasons behind what he was doing as well. So I'm just wondering, what are their reasons behind what they're doing? Because again, that's kind of like the thing that goes on when it comes to Legend of Korra. Their villains aren't like with the Avatar Last Airbender, where, you know, freaking Ozai, he's just evil because he's like, I am just evil, gotta destroy the world, fire burn. Oh, I'm like, you know, we don't got all that going on. So I'm just curious what their reasons are. So hopefully we'll get more on them later on. Book 3 change, episode 3, the Earth Queen. All right, so the Earth Queen, she's a dictator. She doesn't care for the people at all, and she's extorting money from the masses. She even sent Korra to go get some tax money she's taken from the people, and Korra realizes something's going on, something's wrong. I mean, shoot, she is so bad, she won't even help Korra find any airbenders. But the reason why she won't help her find any airbenders is because she's keeping them all and is locking them up to make an army out of them. She's trying to make an army out of airbenders. What the heck? And what makes it even worse is Kai, because he's acting so stupid in the episodes that we've seen here. He's just freaking left trying to steal people's money and crap like that. He ends up getting caught by the Dai Li, and now he is a part of that whole army of airbenders. So this is just ridiculous. Like, I can't believe the Earth Queen is like this. Like, she is just terrible. She's a terrible person. And the funny thing is, Ba Sing Se, man, what is wrong with Ba Sing Se? Why does it make people evil? Like seriously, like the dude that was running it before, and you know, not the Earth King, of course, but the dude that was his right-hand man, that dude was basically running the whole show, and the Earth King didn't do nothing. And, you know, he was evil and had his own agenda, and crap. I'm like, what's wrong with Ba Sing Se? Does it just breed evil government? Like, I don't understand. But I will say that Ba Sing Se's outlook, like its vision, the way it looks now, is completely different from, you know, from what we've seen and of course Avatar Last Airbender. It's very, very different how it's all set up and everything like that. The transportation system looks a little different, because and not to mention the city looks a lot more populated than even before. So that's kind of interesting to see here. But it makes me wonder what is going on with the Earth Queen. Why is she like this? Like, like, come on now, you're just being terrible just for the sake of being terrible because you want that money. You know, you just want to build a rule everything. And I don't know. Her downfall is gonna happen at some point in time, hopefully, anyways. She don't need to be running Ba Sing Se. Someone good needs to run Ba Sing Se. Like I said, what's going on? Why does Ba Sing Se breed evil? Yeah. But seeing as Kai got captured by the Dai Li, I guess we're gonna see more of these Airbenders there, and I guess we're gonna hear maybe more about Kai possibly, because I mean he's gonna be locked up there, so that'd be an opportunity for him to kind of express himself a little bit, and we get more of an actual backstory on what's going on with this character. Cause I like Kai. From what we've seen so far, he's a pretty interesting character. I like this dude. So other things that happen in this episode is Mako and Bolin run into their family, and their family's freaking huge. And what's even crazier, actually, I mean, apparently news don't fly around too well, but I mean, it's Boston Say, and it's possible they're blocking things, and you know, because again, the place is evil because of the freaking Earth Queen, but apparently Mako and Bolin's family members didn't know that their parents died a long time ago when they were kids, and we see that Mako and Bolin's grandmother there, and she started tearing up and crying. I'm like, oh man. It sucked. But they had like a little nice touching moment later in the episode. Mako ends up giving his scarf to his grandmother because, you know, that was her son's scarf basically. So it's just like, you know, giving it back and everything. And that was like nice little touching moment. Not to mention we get to see Mako and Bolin's parents as well. So that's a nice little picture we got to see there. And I really did like that moment though. That was really nice. That was really nice. And I love the fact that we're actually getting some development on Mako and Bolin's character and getting to see their family and seeing everything that's about them, you know? So it's really nice that we're getting to see that right now from Legend of Korra here. So one thing I forgot to mention is Zohar's girlfriend. Zohar's girlfriend apparently is like Combustion Man. And when I mean like Combustion Man, I mean the third eye. I mean, what Zuko said is like, oh, with all them freaking assembling together, they can take down the whole world and stuff. I mean, hey, I mean, with just that girl, I can kind of see that, and maybe Zohar, because again, Zohar's like a beast airbender all of a sudden, so I can see those two. Like the other two, it depends. I still need to see more of them, but just the fact that she has like a bunch of man ability, oh my god! You know how OP that guy was in the first place? That dude was unstoppable. That dude was unstoppable. You couldn't stop him. You lucky freaking Boomerang came in and knocked him in the head and blew himself up. I mean, that's the only reason why he lost. Otherwise, you couldn't stop the sucker. So it's just interesting that we got this girl that has this ability, and it's gonna be freaking epic to see. And the fights that we're gonna be seeing here as well is gonna be so freaking hype. Oh, I can't wait for the freaking fights in here. The fights are gonna be amazing. Not to mention the choreographs in this episode, actually, book 3. The Earth Queen, actually, that was pretty nice as well. When we saw Asami and Korra go in on these, I guess you can call them civilians, because I mean, that's taxpayer money, so that's civilians, of course. I mean, I don't know why they're looking like freaking thugs and crap, but hey. So I love the choreography and the fighting of this series. So I just know things gonna be freaking extra hype when I can see the Combustion Man ability and just everybody just go in, because everybody's gonna go in. But I do wonder how the heck she even got that ability in the first place. Is she related to Combustion Man in any way, or what's going on with that actually? So that's another question we have here. Again, this is why we need exposition on all the antagonists of this series here, because we need to know more about them so we have a better connection with them. So overall, these 3 episodes were all good episodes. I enjoyed them, and this sets up the whole series basically for us, and we're about to see just something amazing happen here. So hopefully this season is going to be the season that really knocks all the naysayers about Legend of Korra, saying how crappy it is and this and that other thing. Like, you know, I'll say this, like, season 2 and wasn't necessarily terrible, but I was just more on the fence of what's gonna happen in the next season, because we need to see the next season, because she opened the portal and all the spirits are coming out and they're living there. I mean, because she opened the portals, I mean, bad spirits can come out as well, so hopefully they even play a part. I would love to see Ko come out at some point and be like, I'm gonna steal your face. And, you know, I mean, there is bad spirits out there, and we need to see more of those repercussions of that as well, not just the side effects of this harmonic conversion giving people airbending, apparently, because that's what it's doing. So we need to see more of what's going on with the spirits as well, if we're going to get that, though. Because I don't know about the season, with the way it's shaping up to be. I don't think we're going to really get too much of that, but I would love to see that, though. So before I actually end off this review, I want to tell you one of my favorite quotes that actually happened in this in these episodes. It's actually the first episode that this quote came from, which is the Breath of Fresh Air, episode 1. And my favorite line from this episode is, "These maggots will bow to me." Quoted by Meelo. Meelo! It was funny because Meelo and Ikki could be, I guess, trainers or teachers to people that are looking for assistance for, you know, learning more about airbending and so on and so forth. If they run into these people, they can ask Meelo and Ikki can actually teach them, because they were actually not invited, or not say invited, but they couldn't go with Tenzin and gang to Ba Sing Se and everything like that, so they had to stay back. So it's just Meelo's like, oh man, I will teach these maggots. He's like, these maggots will bow to me. I'm like, oh, this is the way he did it. It was funny. Like, I don't know. Meelo's a funny character. I like that little boy. And one of my favorite scenes within these episodes as well, I think it's happened episode 3, the Earth Queen, when it came to Asami and Korra. Again, I love the dynamics of these two right now, how they're just together like this, and they're coming together, like, after all that boy trouble and everything, they still cool and hype. They can even joke about it a little bit and just talk about Mako like he's just acting stupid and crap. Like, it's funny to see that, actually. I like the dynamics between them, and just when they went in and fought all those dudes, those civilians, that was nice. The choreography was freaking excellent. Freaking Asami going in, just taking down people like it was nothing. I'm like, there we go. There we go. And Korra, of course, is just doing her thing. That was like my favorite scene when it came out of all the episodes here. So tell me, what is your favorite scene out of the 3 episodes that we've seen? Also, do you have a favorite quote that you want to quote as well? Tell me in the comment section below, and also tell me your thoughts on these episodes here. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Legend of Korra reviews from me. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, people, break out.